The opposition leader Lawrence Springborg has admitted he didn't read an expert's report about the closure of the Barrett Centre until he was called to an inquiry into its shutdown. The youth mental health unit was closed by the Newman government in 2014. 8 months later, 3 former patients were dead.
On the way into the inquiry, Mr Springborg claimed he wasn't responsible for the facility being shut down.
We didn't make the decision to ultimately around the closure of the Barrett Centre.
The Commission has already heard $16 million had been set aside for a replacement centre, and that was scrapped while Mr Springborg was Health Minister. He said clinicians had advised him the Barrett Centre was an outdated model of care.
If anyone had actually asked us to continue with an institutional model of care for adolescents, then that would have happened because there was ample funds there to do that.
But the Commission has heard an expert panel had recommended a residential-style facility like the Barrett Centre was essential, and closing it without a similar service was associated with risk. Within 8 months of the closure, 3 former patients had died. In evidence, Mr Springborg admitted he hadn't read the report produced by the group of experts at the time. Mr Springborg told the inquiry he'd been assured by senior health bureaucrats that other new community-based services would meet the needs.
This was about the care for the patients, as I indicated, and I think it's been reinforced to the Commission by others giving evidence that I always said there should be no gap in services.
In the lead up to the closure, many of the families had expressed concerns. Mr Springborg admitted he was the front man for the closure, but didn't meet with any of the families about their fears. Should you have spoken to parents?
As I indicated, I gave my testimony in there today, and that's what I refer to. Thank you.
I think Lawrence Springborg will have to live with his conscience, and just as I'm going to have to live with the grief of losing my daughter, my beautiful Caitlin.
The public hearings will continue for another fortnight. Kathy McLeish, ABC News.